Hi, if you are a beginner and trying to speak English and you find confusing to use the pronouns I, me and myself, this video will help you to overcome the confusions and use these pronouns easily in all your conversations. Hi, my name is Elizabeth Livero. I'm a mentor in communication, collaborated with grammar skills and life guide skills. I help people to speak English without worrying about making grammar mistakes. Welcome to my channel, Speak Genie, and the first lesson in basic English. Okay, jump in. Okay, let's begin with the shortest, oldest, and the most commonly used word I. Okay, we use I because you speak about yourself and it refers to you, it refers to me, and that is why we use I as a pronoun I, and then say it as I am Meena, I am Radha, I am Elizabeth, I am a representative, I am so and so. Okay, that is how. Look at this example. I ran so fast that I collapsed. Here you notice I is used twice. This actually, to avoid the repetition of your name, we use the pronoun I in between the sentence. Okay. Once again, I ran so fast that I literally collapsed. Okay. Now let's go to the next uh, example. Put yourself last. What does it mean? Peter, Paul and I managed the class today. Here you notice I come in between the sentence. Okay. Put Peter and Paul first. When you refer to a group, speak about a team or the other members, put them first and refer yourself last. You should come later. The easiest trick to remember is monkey should always come last, which means to say monkey is I and I should be referred last. Another example, Jack, Jill and I went up the hill. See, I come later. Okay. And this is very important. Always use capital I. Whether you refer yourself, use a pronoun in between the sentence or beginning of the sentences. See this example. I at the beginning of the sentence and another I is used in the same sentence in between, but you have to use capital letter anywhere in the sentence. So there's no confusion about it. Fine? Okay. Now there are some instances where I is used differently at a different place. Like how? When does it come? Okay. See, always use I after is and was. Okay. See these examples. It is I. It was I. Okay. It is I who fed the dog. It was I who prepared breakfast. Okay. So remember, after the help verb is and was, we use I. Okay. Now there are certain instances where you cannot use the pronoun I. Then what do you use? Okay, we use me. Let's look at this. I versus me. Okay, when does me come then? Okay, if we don't use I, use after the preposition. Okay, not all the preposition, only a few. At, beside and with. After the preposition at, use me. After the preposition beside, me and with me. Let's see this example. My teacher stared at me. The boy was sitting beside me. Mala walked with me all the way to the shop. Okay, so after the preposition, we use me. Okay, and we don't use I there. Okay, so before going to the next side of the board, let's review once. You refer yourself as I, that is why I say I am a driver, I am a teacher. Okay, refer I, and then to avoid a repetition of our name, we constantly keep using I in between the sentence, and then we refer ourselves later, put the other team members first, and then use capital letter. Remember to use capital letter anywhere you use in the sentence, at the beginning or in between, and then use I after the help verb is and after the help verb was. And in certain instances where we use me instead of the pronoun I, we use the preposition at me, beside me, and with me. So now let's go to the next instance where again we use me and not I. Okay. When do we use? Let's see here. We use me after the words let and between. Okay. Let's see this example. Here, let me and between Mark and me. These examples here. Let me help you cross the road. Okay. Diana divided the fruits between Mark and me. See, not me and Mark. Mark comes first and me comes next. Okay. So after let, we use me, let me. And then after the word between John and me, Peter and me, Lucy and me. Fine? Okay. Now there's another instance where we use me, that is when comparing. Most of the time we keep comparing ourselves with others. Okay. In what way? Let's see. See this example. While comparing between Lily and me, we use than me. Lily is older than me. We're comparing, but I'm taller than her. Okay. So Lily is older than me. So while comparing at the comparatives, we use a pronoun me. Fine. So now there is one more crucial use of word, the pronoun instead of me is we use myself. But here we use I and myself in one sentence, in a sentence. How do we do it? Okay, let's look at this. I versus myself. Myself is a reflexive pronoun. Okay, it puts a little stress, to put a little stress on, to say something that I did something myself. Maybe you have put a lot of effort and then you've done something and you would like to mention that without anybody's help. When you've done it, you say that I did it myself. Okay, that is the place we use a reflexive pronoun myself. And see this example. I prepared the breakfast myself, which means to say today without anybody's help I have prepared the breakfast. Fine. There we begin with the pronoun I and then conclude with myself. Okay. So both I and myself can come in a sentence, but very important is the instance or the situations where you introduce yourself. In some workshops I have noticed some of them introduce themselves saying that myself Radha, myself Geeta. Okay, that is not correct. Definitely the speaker will not correct you because you may feel bad, okay, and feel embarrassed. That is why they will not correct you. But the right way to say is introduce yourself is I am Geeta, I am Radha, I am Peter. Okay, or you say my name is Radha, my name is Peter. Fine. You cannot emphasize yourself so much saying that myself, your name you cannot emphasize. That's the reason you just say I am and avoid it. And then you cannot use a reflective pronoun as a subject. It cannot replace them. That is the very reason you cannot say myself and use I am. So before winding up, just let's take a short review. We use me after the words let and between. Let me and between Peter and Paul. Peter, Paul and me. Okay. And then while comparing, at the time of comparison, we use than me. Lily is, Mary is beautiful than me. Okay. That is while comparing. And then where we use I and myself is to stress that something you have done yourself without the support of anybody. And then never introduce yourself as myself, just introduce as I am so and so, I am Peter, or my name is John, and so on. Okay. First just list out all the past tenses, the actions which has taken in the past tense, and use the past participles and past tenses, and use the pronoun I, me and myself, and keep practicing. As you keep practicing, you will get to use the pronouns I, myself and me easily. Okay. And then if you found this video useful, remember to click the buttons share, like and subscribe. See you soon in my next video. Bye.